Hello, hello. Welcome to episode 60 of Keeping It Real with TNL. I'm here with the unmatchable, unbeatable Coach Ty. Today we're going to talk about the CrossFit Open because today's Wednesday that we're filming, and tomorrow when you watch this, it's the first day of the 2026 CrossFit Open.
Absolutely, guys. And it is that time of year again. Every, usually around this February, March time is when this usually rolls out. So CrossFit HQ has stuck with the 3-week model once again. So you can expect a fun and challenging 3 weeks coming up. Not only that, we have decided to host here at CrossFit. We're going to be hosting here at the gym on Saturdays, the next 3 Saturdays at 10 a.m. So usually that would be the advanced time, but because that's when the gym's open, we usually have a large crowd here. We might as well host the Open as well. But don't let that be a reason that you don't show up. This is for all members. You don't have to be a part of the advanced class or the usual 10 o'clock group. This is for everybody to participate in the Open. So make sure that you guys are here for that.
It is. So basically, a couple of things. It's when you sign up, you're a man or a woman, and then you have an age group, right? So what is it, like 16 to 34 is like the big part of the Open, and then 35 to 39, 40 to 44, et cetera, et cetera. I know this is going to come as a shock to you, but I'm in the 45 to 49 category, and I'm in the oldest one.
This is a shock.
So May 14th, I'll be 49, which means if I were a great athlete and was going to the Open this year, I'd be 49 in the Open. So next year, instead of being the oldest in the category, I'll be in the 50 to 54 and the baby of the group. But this year, it's that whole thing of coming in strong, literally, and being like, what is this age bullshit excuse that I keep hearing? So I'm showing up.
You're showing up.
Showing up, yes.
And not only that, like I said, so people may, anyone who watches has obviously seen all the improvement and changes. So this can be probably pretty fun year. You've been working out extremely hard. You've been pushing yourself more than usual. You're doing the high rock stuff, getting your capacity up.
Yeah.
So even like I said, that alone, even in the age group, you're still probably going to be at the top.
Yeah. So we should let everyone know, because if you're new to CrossFit, or you've never watched Open or the games, or you've never even thought about it, there are 3 categories for each workout release. Do you want to break that down for us?
3 categories for every single workout release. Oh yeah,
there it is.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That's on. So guys, absolutely. There's the RX, which that basically means that you are going to be doing the workout as it's stated. There's no changes in that. Whatever Castro says, that weight, those movements, that's the RX. That's the standard. After that, you have the scale. So the scale is why we said it doesn't matter where you're at in the CrossFit journey, because there's going to be something that you can do no matter what in the Open. So the scale would obviously probably be either a change of movements or lighter weight. That depends on whatever the workout is. And then obviously what I also love, there is even another level under that, which is the foundation. This is for someone, let's just say you literally just walked into the gym on Wednesday, and now you heard about the 26.1 Open on Thursday. There's still stuff that you could probably do within that realm, so you don't feel left out either. So that's the way that the Open allows you. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. If you're one of the top dogs, they have that category for you. If you're right in the middle, there's that one too. And if you're just getting your feet wet, you're right there as well. So don't let anything about where you're at, don't start talking yourself out of not getting involved, because you could do any one of the 3 categories.
Yeah, I love that. So I remember my first Open, I was RX it used to be 5 weeks, for first few weeks. And then it started with like a chest to bar, which is always a harder movement because I really have to arch on my back. They're fine now, but back then I was new. So then you just drop the scale. So you can do all the RX that you can RX. You can scale if you need to, and you can foundation if you need to go below the scale. So the biggest complaint from people is like, well, I'm not ready for the Open, so I don't have a pull-up.
Yes. This is something that we've heard more than once, so many times. I don't have a pull-up, or I don't have this particular movement. And so it's always funny too, because yes, as Lori said, that's not an excuse anymore, because there's multiple levels that you can be at. But something else that obviously we will probably talk about more in the show is we've actually seen people get movements for the first time during the Open, like things that they thought that they could never do, they actually did. One that stands out isn't even a pull-up. I remember it was Mike Continental getting his first bar muscle up in an Open workout. I want to say that was either last year or 2024. One of those ones. But I remember that was like a big one, where that's one that, a bar muscle up is usually a movement that people work at, and it's either you get it or you don't. And something came over him, and that was after a bunch of like power cleans and burpees, I believe, and he somehow pulled it off.
Yeah.
So miracles happen. Like I'm not going to say it's the Sandlot, but it's the Sandlot.
It's the Sandlot.
Miracles can happen here.
I swear to
Things can take place.
The adrenaline kicks in.
There it
we'll
is.
Get to that. Okay, so what we've done today, top 3 reasons why you are going to sign up for the CrossFit Open and why you should.
All right, we're going to start it out, guys. Number 1, it gives your training a purpose without needing to be elite. So most of us who do CrossFit, we don't need a podium to stay motivated, but they do need a reason. And this could be that reason for you. So what we're saying is here is number 1, it's going to break up the normal routine because you're now going to be having a crowd. You're going to be in the group. It's not just going to be you in the middle of a class. Not only that, it's going to give you something specific to train for, because now I'm not going to say all of us here work hard, but let's just say there's other gyms who may not do the movements properly or may scale things or not quite hit depth. It's knowing that you now have what the standard is, or now you know what the standard is, it's going to force you to train at that standard all the time, which is going to inevitably help out your CrossFit game in the long run. And not only that, it's going to make your random Tuesday workout suddenly matter. Absolutely. So I love that, what Lori kind of said here, because it is true. There are times that some of these workouts, we go through the motions, as I say, and there's times where we're either just waiting for the clock to run out, or God forbid, we're like, okay, I'm just kind of pace this one out and we'll see where the cards land. Usually these open workouts, you don't have that option because you're now being watched, you're in the spotlight, and you have a goal. You have a reason to try to get a good time because you're going to see how your scores come out, not only with the people in the gym, but worldwide. So that's a big deal.
That's legit. I love that. All right, number 2, it builds community in a way that regular classes can't. And it really does, for a plethora of reasons. The Open does hit different, okay? Absolutely. For one, you have a judge, right? Reps are counted, standards are held. People are screaming and cheering. And when I judge, I not only count your reps out loud, but I encourage you the whole way. I'm like that person. So if you don't like that, then don't ask me to be your judge. I'm like, oh my God, keep going. 2 minutes. Like, people are clamoring around you. They're clapping, videos, pictures. People's kids come to watch the workout.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Families. I've seen people bring their neighbors.
I do remember a couple
block
of
parties
friends. Yeah, people bought friends to the Open.
People, you work out and then you stay and watch everyone else work out and be judged. So it's not like class is over and I'm like, okay, on to the next thing and I'm out. Like, people hang out and it's a lot of fun.
I'll admit, me and you haven't talked about this in a long time. I think it was 2023's Open. I think that when we're still doing the Friday Night Lights. I remember that was a good time. And I remember the first 2 weeks, I was shocked at how many non-participants that showed up just to watch others. I remember us pulling out the bullhorn and having crowds and it was actually cool. I do remember that. We did have some good Friday Night Lights. It almost brings a great tear in my eye. Those were the days.
It's it's a great time to see new people that come in. And then for our current members, they meet people that work out at different times than them. So then they get to see who else is in the community.
Absolutely.
I'll never forget when Evelyn was on the podcast. She's like, I used to work out at this time in the evening and now in this time. But I still enjoy it because I get to work out with different parts of the community.
That absolutely is true.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to finally see everybody. So some of those names that you guys may see all the time on the leaderboard, you're actually going to be able to put a face to them. You're like, oh, that's so-and-so who I'm always seeing on the barbell Fury side or on the leaderboard for a lift or anything like that. And you're absolutely right. It does bring the entire gym together.
I think the last few points to consider is that you're going to push harder because everyone's watching. So for those of you that are like, that workout was easy, and we're like, there's no such thing as an easy workout here. You control the intensity and the weight that you're pushing and how hard you're moving it, right? So you're going to push harder. And then you're going to look and watch other people work out and be like, damn, even Tim looks like he's dying in this workout. You will see people struggle. This is the moment where you really have to dig deep.
Absolutely.
And give 100% and not check your heart rate every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're working hard and it's wonderful because you can and you should. Not every day. Not everybody needs to go 110 miles an hour every day. But you have to get to those points where you push further than you thought you ever could.
Yes.
So Open's really good about that for the community as well.
Absolutely. I always joke too, and you guys are going to see Coach Tim for those who are coming here. If Coach Tim has on the ninja bandana, you know it's game time around here. He isn't half stepping. He's in the zone.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah. He will literally, I will literally ask the guy, what do you want to listen to? He'll be like, it could be silent. I don't care.
He doesn't care.
He's in the zone.
Yes.
So you guys, that's who you guys get to see, and he always shows why he's still one of the leaders here. Like as the owner, at what 61,
He's 61.
he still steps up, and not only that, he gets bars selling these workouts. This would be the guy who literally will walk around with a cane the whole entire leading up to the Open. He'll complain about his back is out. He'll complain about his old shoulder, and then someone mentioned 26.1 and 5 for it, and out of nowhere, it's like an S on the chest.
He takes off
where that comes, the cane
just
off.
appears.
It just comes,
like a He-Man thing, where all of a sudden the sword goes up and then he's in the gear.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
That's exactly how it is.
Exactly
so you guys don't want to miss out on that either.
That's a good point, though. If he comes in bitching about aches and pains, you know he's going to qualify in the Masters.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to qualify.
We should make bets. Got a betting.
Yeah. I'm going to take a bet on how many injuries he complains about, as well as how high he places based off these injuries.
And we're talking like 30-year-old injuries he's complaining about. It's not like nothing new. It's like 3 years ago, and training for the Olympics.
Yeah. Back when you were still in your dad's testicle, I was in a car accident with the shoulder here, and it just hasn't been the same.
It really flared up with the cold weather and the fog.
I don't know what's going on. Boom, boom, yeah.
It's flared, and then it's like, no.
Exactly. He'll be like, I don't know. We've been having a string of earthquakes. All the plates are off. Everything's acting up, but we'll find a way.
We're gonna find a way. Like people buy squares in football.
Yep. We're
gonna do something about scores and rankings for Tim in the Open.
Dude, yeah.
We're gonna run it $20 a square.
$20 a square.
We're gonna people know.
Dude. And that's exactly. It'd be like reps and then injury complaints, like shoulder and then like 10 over. And that's the count. I got it.
Dude, that's true. So if you're hearing or listening and watching what's happening with them, you could make hundreds of dollars.
It's an opportunity.
Just being part of the Open. So now we're making money in it. That's before the beginning of the list.
There we go. Bringing in revenue to the gym. I love it. All right, guys, let's get back to business. We always love to have fun. So the number 3 reason why you should be doing the Open is it shows what you're actually capable of. And don't take that statement out of context. Let's explain. It's going to expose, yes, your weaknesses, but it's also going to show your grit. And so I will talk more of this. I'm going to tell one quick story. We once had a member here. I don't remember her name, but I was her judge in the Open. And kind of like what Lori said, it started out with pull-ups. She had never done a pull-up. Remember the girl who had the dog? They own the dog training company.
Oh, yeah. She's Becky's stuff.
Yeah, Becky. So I remember I was her judge, and she was like, I can't do any freaking pull-ups. And so I kid you not, it was an AMRAP, so the clock was going for like 10 minutes. And within that time, I want to say she got not only her first pull-up, but I think she got like 4 after that. She didn't do anything else that whole entire time, but she was so ecstatic that in the moment, she got those freaking pull-ups done. So that was grit. And, she didn't kick herself that I only got 4 done. And the fact that the workout was, she didn't do anything else. It was, I got my 4 freaking, that's the most I've done in my life. And that was someone who was like, prior to starting CrossFit, I was never able to. And now she just pulled out 4 just because this moment pushed her. That's a big deal. So that's what I mean by it's going to show some grit. Yes. And then it's also, it will show weaknesses, especially to some of the top athletes, because here's what tends to happen sometimes. Yes, you may kill it here, but then when you see that person from freaking SoCal who did the same thing, it got in like 10 minutes less than you, and you're like, shoot, I clearly see where I need to make some improvements.
Yeah.
And that's how you could look at that. Not as all these people are freaking better. You're like, oh my God, this clearly shows what's possible.
You're a little fish in a big pond sometimes. It's perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so that tends to motivate some who are looking like that, where they're like, well, shoot, if that can be done, then what do I need to do to get myself to that capacity? Yeah. As opposed to like kicking myself. I remember Evelyn was telling us about at her daughter's gym in Oregon, where there was an in-house comp, and the first thing for the RX men was 20 reps of a 320-pound back squat.
Okay.
And I'm like, Jesus. That's their 20 rep. She's like, yeah, that was in, and then there was ring muscle ups after that. I was like, okay.
And there was like biting off your finger.
Biting off her finger. It's like I'm at that point where
it's hurt more.
Yeah, I'm over here thinking that I'm freaking killing it. I've been doing good, and then it hit me. You haven't even started climbing the mountain yet of what fitness can become.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing that the Open shows. It will show your grit, but it could also show you that, number one, you may not be as far up the road, which is good because it motivates.
Yeah.
All right. And then here's what we're going to say. I'll just keep it quick. As we said, average athletes often surprise themselves, hitting movements that they've never done under pressure, finishing up under time caps, pushing harder than they ever would if they were just in the gym, like as Laurie said, on a random Tuesday at noon. Not only that, and even if you finish last in your gym, you still got uncomfortable. And that's what this whole thing is all about too, is were you willing to step into the arena?
Yeah.
Sometimes that is just the win. Because as me and you know, there's 100 million people who are going to be spectators in the game of life forever. This gives you a chance to know what it's like to go in and feel some pressure and be like, you know what? I got out there and I freaking put myself out there, and that alone is a win itself because most people wouldn't even take that step. Not only that, it's going to get this new confidence that you have. It's going to carry over to your regular workouts. It may motivate you to start finally speaking to me and Lori about, hey, if I change my eating, do you think I could do this? And of course, we're like, yeah, because that's what you're slowing you down this whole time.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to improve your life outside of the gym because naturally you're going to feel a lot more confident, which is going to make you want to go out and see what else can I possibly do that I've never done before. And it's going to push that. And that's huge, guys. Like I said, you can't ask for more than that when you are trying to become a better version of yourself. And that's what we here at CrossFit Ramon are trying to get all of you guys to do. Whether it be with the food that you're eating, with how hard you are pushing yourself, take away that. All we want is for you to do better than you did yesterday. Watch the food. Watch you half scaling movements, like things like that. It's like, no, I'm not going to sit jam you up, but I know that you can do better. And so this may motivate you to actually want to do it on your own because you might be like, well, shoot, if this is what I was able to do in 26.1, what about 27.1? Yeah. What about, oh my God, if I got my first pull-up now, maybe I could get 10 by summer. Yeah. And you start having some of those. Huge things there.
You'll prove to yourself that you can do hard things.
Yeah.
Right? We talk about that all the time. Like everybody wants the easy track, weight loss, to fit everything. Like instead of squatting to have a nice butt, I'm going to just inject a bunch of fat from my abdomen into my butt. Right? Like people they do this all the time. But you come in and you do this workout and you're like, fuck, I did that. Yeah. Dude, I felt that this will be my 8th open. I did not do anything during COVID at all. So I missed a lot of years out of the 13 years I've been doing CrossFit. But this is what I'm most excited about because my health and body have been built by Metfix. And I'm coming in at a place that I'm my oldest and I'm my healthiest and fittest. And I can't wait to see what I can do. That being said, there's always something to work on. I don't even know if I'm going to ink out my first bar muscle up in this one. We'll find out. I have a whole week till Monday or, 5 days till Monday when the score has to be turned in because you can repeat your workouts if there's a bar muscle up in the first one. But the thing is this, like, I do great things. I do hard things. I can always do more and do better. And I don't want to become complacent.
There it is.
I could be like, I own Boogie Boogie, some new class, whatever. Like I literally mix CrossFit with barbell, with high rocks, with advanced 6 days a week to be a well-rounded athlete and then still try to be more human like Greg tells us and get outside. It's like raining in 28 degrees. This has been the coldest winter. Can we for a minute? We pay so much to live here. The people watching from the government that have been like pulling up the black vans by our homes, could you just do something better with the weather? Because I didn't want 28 degrees.
I'll admit, guys, like
I don't want that.
Yeah. So I was cool with the rain because you guys weren't filling up the lakes and things per mile. Like we completely need that. And I love seeing the Green Mountains. But you guys didn't need to try to turn this into tundra city.
What are we doing right now?
Yeah. And you guys are trying to get everybody out of here. This is a basement. I thought I was in Idaho again.
The next mass exodus from California, not because of Newsom, but the snow.
Dude,
the Livermore still have snow in.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the next play for gentrification. Nothing flushes people out more than cold weather.
Bruh. No bigger truth has ever spoken than this.
Hey, that's how come you go up north. When it's all said and done, I'll be hiking those mountains because I know no one wants to deal with the snow. I'll be up there all by myself.
It's like, this is my mountain.
Yeah, it's mine. I can manage that.
It's my land. Some scene out of a movie. So listen, guys, go to CrossFit.com. No SR, that's our website. You're not paying, is it 20? Oh, I already paid for it. Yeah. 20 or 25, I don't know. But you go to CrossFit.com and click on games, or I think the front page is now the open, right?
Yeah.
Click on that. Get the t-shirt or don't. I did not get the t-shirt because I have a lot of t-shirts. You got a lot of t-shirts and you're like, We've got too many t-shirts.
Well,
I'm gonna hold off on that for them. But maybe you love merch, so then get it. And I'll tell you this: as you're watching this in the morning at noon Pacific Standard Time, is the live 26.1 announcement. Moffett Airfield Base, right out, and the Air Force is hosting it. Tim and I will be there. Affiliate owners got to go if we wanted to. Total background check. There's a cavity check. I'm tapping out.
You're not gonna let me touch?
No, don't touch me. And then I have to find even have a plastic bag, like a purse, because I can't even bring my bag or a backpack or
they're taking
a little bit. They're taking it like a 49ers game, which is ironic because the worst criminals are in that stadium every.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Let me get me started there.
That's a whole other episode.
That's a whole other episode.
Like, get excited, come do it. From foundations to scale to RX, there's something that everyone can do.
Absolutely.
And this is how fun. You know, on the last day, March 14th is the last in-house thing. We'll make it a potluck. It's also my daughter's 18th birthday. Maybe she'll come down and we can wish her happy birthday. That kid has had to do every birthday party from age 5 to 18 around the CrossFit Open. That's why she doesn't like to do CrossFit.
That makes sense. She doesn't
want to work out with us.
She wants nothing to do with it. This is taking away all of her life.
But in all fairness, her senior ball's the 13th, so she's probably going to be sleeping in on the 14th. So we'll just party without her. Maybe writing a card.
Something.
Give her some, like a vegetable to celebrate with. Healthy.
I like that, guys.
That's
all we got. As we always say, keep it classy, but we're going to add in one more. We hope to see you at the Open.
Let's do it.